So I've been doing photography now for about 6 years, and in my 6 years, believe it or not, I've never actually picked up a photography book by a photographer, ever. And so the other day, I was just scrolling on the internet and stuff, and I happened to come across this person selling these 3 photography books. And to my surprise, and ignorant as I can be in this world, I didn't know who the photographers were, but rather than knowing, I thought, why don't I just pick up these books and see if I can garner some inspiration from them and then produce similar works, but of my own work, if that makes sense. So I went to the place, right, and the lady said to me that her husband would be there, she wouldn't be available. Now, to my surprise, her husband was actually a photographer. He's an older guy, he was shooting on a Hasselblad, so he was a film photographer. And he showed me some of his prints, and then he presented me the books. He gave me some invaluable advice about, who to look up and all this stuff. We spoke a little bit about Ansel Adams and all these other things like that. It was just absolutely incredible. So I'll show you the books first, and then we'll talk a little bit about the importance of having photography books and where they kind of come in my place as a photographer. So these are the 3 books. So we got 3 books here. I'll just go one by one and kind of give you an idea. So this is Olive Cotton. She's a photographer in Australia. It says Olive Cotton is one of Australia's most respected photographers. And this kind of book presents pretty much her career spanning 6 decades. Over 60 works are reproduced, from earliest photographs taken with a box brownie, her exhibition work of the 1930s, and examples of commercial work from Max Dupayne's studio during the war. So she kind of focused more on purely like black and white photography, kind of really abstract and stuff like that. I'll give you an example actually. It's quite surreal and quite beautiful work. As you can see, she was quite an interesting photographer. I believe is that her in this shot? No, I apologize. This is, I think it's Phil Riley, her name is. But yeah, this is some of her incredible work. As you can see again, this is actually down in Sydney, this one right here, in Cronulla. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful shots. And the next book I have is, it's called The Handbook of Photographing People by Michael Bussell. And again, this is another person I'm not really familiar with. I've been kind of scrolling through the books, and there's so much invaluable advice, and it's just incredible. So here you go, you can see some of the photographs, what we're kind of dealing with. And then the last one, which so far has to be my favorite, because lately I've been definitely focusing more on landscape photography. Landscape photography has been like something that I've just been longing to do, and I just absolutely love it. Just capturing life's beautiful atmospheric kind of nature and just the way it is. And this is by Stevoros Pipos, his name is. So it's called Shades of Ochre, The Colours of South Australia. Now, I haven't actually been to South Australia myself, but after looking at this book, my goodness, does it make me want to go out there, because there is some incredible landscape shots here. And I'm going to show you some now. So, and let me show you. As you can see here, here's one of the shots right here. Absolutely stunning. It's a panorama. Then I'll just move on just a few more pages. Just absolutely breathtaking. Here's some of the beaches as well. As you can see, just incredible work. And you know what I love about this particular photographer is he actually puts in the locations of where to go if you want to take it. So I can gain a lot of inspiration from this if I wanted to kind of follow sort of like, where he went, and then like set up an itinerary and just kind of go to these places. Now, let me kind of tell you what the reason was of why I picked up these books in the first place and how they are benefiting me as a photographer. So one thing I didn't realize was, you can garner inspiration. You can always look online and, but it's so different when you're actually holding it, when it's tangible. It almost feels more intentional. So when I look at this, I can open up a page from this book, the South Australia landscape book, right? And I can look at it and I can see it and I can say, look, this is an image I'd like to recreate. Like when I head to South Australia, I'm going to go to this spot and I want to get a similar shot, but I don't want to copy it. I want to get my own version of it. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take my own version. There's this awesome feeling. It's almost like you can feel it, you can touch it, you can hold it. Like you know what you want, and it kind of inspires you more to go out there and find your own locations, or to go to the locations where these people went, but to get your own take. Photography books are really great to to kind of have to look at inspiration, look at these other great photographers that you kind of strive to become like, or just take purely inspiration from, learn their kind of techniques, have an idea of how they did it. They even talk, there's some parts where kind of talk about their life or why they got this shot. What is the meaning behind the shot? What is your meaning behind the shot you want to take? Why does it mean so much to you? Is this a place you used to go to when you were a kid? Is this a place you took your partner, your family? Or is this just a beautiful place you come to that you want to relax when you're feeling stressed? Whatever it is, there should be a story behind it. It can be anything, right? But just find some intent. Like, always think about it this way. When you're taking a photograph, always take a photograph with intention. Ask yourself, what is the intention behind this photograph? What are you trying to convey to the people seeing this photograph? And then go out there and take it. But honestly, all in all, I'm kind of addicted now to this process of just buying these books from all these great photographers, discovering their works and seeing how different photographers are from each other. You know, they might be in the same niche, but their style, their aesthetic, their color scheme, the way they shoot, everything about it speaks about their own character and personal experience, which is absolutely beautiful. And I think that's the beauty of art. It's subjective and there is no right or wrong. Everyone has their own taste and you might like it or you might not, but that doesn't mean that the photograph is bad. And that's how I'm going to leave it tonight, guys. I highly recommend it. Like, just go out there, get yourself some photo books. Like, these books are going to be my inspiration moving forward. I'm going to be looking it over, seeing what kind of shots I can make, and then creating them, and hopefully then conveying them into video, guys, so you guys can check it out too. And I'll talk about my process. And you know what's really exciting? I think one of the most exciting things about this is creating my own photo book. That's one thing I haven't actually done yet, and I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm just not there yet. I really want to create a series that I'm happy with, and when I get there, that's going to be the next step. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. See you later.